1. A security instructor is designing a training module about secure authentication. Which approach best aligns with adult learning principles to ensure learners internalize the importance of multi-factor authentication? A. Delivering a lecture that lists authentication factors without interaction. B. Providing real-world breach case studies requiring learners to apply multi-factor concepts. C. Requiring learners to memorize all authentication factors without context. Showing a video that briefly mentions authentication but lacks applied practice. 2. A cybersecurity manager evaluates training effectiveness for new analysts learning incident response. Which method best measures skill application rather than knowledge recall? A. Multiple choice quizzes about IR definitions. B. Practical simulations requiring analysts to analyze logs and escalate incidents. C. A written summary of IR policies submitted by each analyst. D. A group discussion about past breaches in other organizations. 3. A security training designer wants learners to deeply understand least privilege. Which curriculum strategy is best? A. Presenting long theoretical lectures about access control. B. Guiding learners through role-based scenarios where incorrect permissions cause issues. C. Providing only a list of permissions types to memorize. D. Presenting an unrelated case study about software licensing. 4. A mentor assisting a junior analyst with seam correlation rules wants to encourage independent problem solving. Which mentoring technique is most effective? A. Giving the junior analyst the full rule set without explanation. B. Demonstrating how to create a rule and asking the analyst to design a variation. C. Completing all the rules for the analyst and moving on. Allowing the analyst to read documentation with no feedback. 5. A communication trainer must teach analysts to properly escalate incidents. Which method increases clarity and retention? A. Using a detailed escalation matrix walkthrough with sample communication templates. B. Reading the escalation matrix aloud with no examples. C. Giving learners the matrix to review independently. D. Presenting unrelated communication case studies. 6. During a compliance workshop, learners must understand PCI DSS data handling. Which evaluation method best confirms applied understanding? Asking them to define PCI DSS in writing. B. Requiring them to map real cardholder data flows within a simulated environment. C. Having them list PCI DSS requirement numbers. D. Providing a short video with no activity. 7. A security educator wants to help learners differentiate symmetric and asymmetric encryption. Which method is most effective for adult learners? A. Listing algorithm names without context. Using hands-on encryption exercises where learners perform both processes. C. Providing a lengthy reading assignment. D. Giving a definition-matching worksheet. 8. A company wants to ensure employees understand social engineering risks. Which curriculum design strategy promotes behavioral change? A. Memorizing types of phishing without examples. B. Interactive scenarios where learners identify indicators of manipulation. C. Watching a generic cybersecurity awareness video. D. Reviewing a list of past company attacks with no analysis. 9. A cybersecurity team must learn correct vulnerability scanning procedures. Which communication method supports accuracy and comprehension? A. Visual workflows showing scanning phases and reporting expectations. B. Verbal instructions delivered once with no documentation. C. A short email explaining the scanning process. D. A list of scanner settings with no explanation. 10. An instructor trains employees about secure wireless configurations. Which approach applies adult learning principles? Asking learners to configure a simulated wireless network with defined security requirements. B. Requiring them to memorize technical terms. C. Lecturing on wireless history. D. Showing a diagram without interaction. 11. A mentor guiding an analyst on threat intelligence platforms wants to build long-term competence. Which technique is best? A. Assigning practice tasks where the analyst enriches indicators and explains decisions. B. Telling the analyst to study vendor documentation alone. C. Demonstrating one query and ending the session. D. Providing printed definitions of threat intelligence types. 12. A security leader wants to verify that learners understand proper use of network segmentation. Which evaluation method is most meaningful? A. Multiple choice definitions. B. Practical network design tasks requiring segmentation decisions. C. Asking learners to list types of switches. D. Short essay on network topologies. 13. A training developer teaches secure coding concepts. Which curriculum feature most improves retention? A. Live demonstrations followed by learner-performed code review exercises. B. Slides listing vulnerabilities with no examples. C. Mandatory reading only. D. Group discussion without hands-on practice. 14. A SOC director wants analysts to better recognize privilege escalation attacks. Which learning strategy works best? A. Reviewing incident logs that show escalating privileges during simulated attacks. Memorizing attack names. C. Reading a glossary of privilege terms. D. Watching a non-technical video. 15. A compliance auditor must train staff on GDPR data rights. Which communication strategy improves understanding? A. Role-play exercises where staff respond to simulated data subject requests. B. Reading legal text to the group. Memorizing GDPR articles. D. Providing a slide deck with no interaction. 16. In a training session on data loss prevention, which evaluation method ensures mastery of real-world application? Asking learners to define DLP. B. Assigning a scenario where learners configure policies to block sensitive data. C. Short quiz about DLP categories. D. A non-interactive lecture. 17. A security expert teaches cloud security shared responsibility models. Which method supports adult learning needs? A. Scenario challenges where learners assign responsibilities across provider and customer. B. Memorizing CSP terminology. C. Reading lengthy documentation. D. Watching a brief overview video. 18. A mentor is helping a junior analyst understand firewall rule optimization. Which technique builds competence? A. Reviewing sample rule sets and asking the analyst to propose improvements. B. Providing the final optimized rules with no explanation. C. Telling the analyst to learn from vendor manuals only. D. Giving the analyst a definition of firewall. 19. A training program covers access control models. Which approach improves comprehension? A. Having learners map roles, tasks, and permissions in sample RBAC diagrams. B. Providing only RBAC definitions. C. Giving a quiz on access control terminology. D. Discussing unrelated IT frameworks. 20. A security educator wants learners to understand digital forensics chain of custody. Which method ensures accuracy? A. Guided walkthroughs, where learners complete sample chain of custody forms. B. Memorizing the term chain of custody. C. Reading about evidence handling with no practice. D. Watching unrelated training videos. 21. A SOC mentor wants analysts to analyze suspicious network traffic. Which mentoring approach strengthens skill development? A. Coaching analysts through log interpretation and then letting them perform independent analysis. B. Providing a list of port numbers with no context. C. Completing all analysis for them. D. Only giving general security guidelines. 22. A trainer teaches secure email gateway management. Which strategy improves applied learning? A. Configuring filtering rules in a sandbox environment. B. Presenting only vendor feature lists. C. Providing a glossary of spam terms. D. Reading a policy aloud. 23. A curriculum designer wants to teach risk management concepts. Which best enhances learner engagement? A. Case-based activities requiring learners to prioritize risks. B. Memorizing risk definitions. C. Reading long descriptions of threats. D. Watching a generic risk presentation. 24. A compliance instructor teaches proper data classification. Which method best validates understanding? A. Requiring learners to classify datasets in real-world scenarios. B. Asking for definitions only. C. Showing a chart without interaction. D. Giving a short reading assignment. 25. A cloud security trainer wants learners to understand identity federation. Which technique is most effective? A. Interactive demonstrations, configuring trust relationships. B. Giving only textual definitions. C. Showing unrelated identity videos. D. Reading documentation. 26. A security leader evaluates training on patch management. Which method best measures learner capability? A. Having learners plan and execute a simulated patch cycle. B. Asking them to list patch categories. C. Showing slides of vulnerabilities. D. Giving a short overview lecture. 27. A mentor is teaching a junior analyst about SIEM dashboards. Which approach reinforces independent performance? A. Assigning tasks to modify dashboards and interpret outputs. B. Providing a dashboard screenshot only. C. Telling the analyst to read documentation. D. Explaining terminology without practice. 28. A trainer wants to help analysts learn identity and access management auditing. Which curriculum method is most effective? A. Running auditing exercises on simulated IM logs. Memorizing IM audit terms. C. Reviewing policy text without application. Watching a recorded lecture. 29. A cybersecurity educator must teach endpoint hardening skills. Which method suits adult learners? A. Hands-on tasks requiring configuration of host-based security controls. B. Reading a hardening checklist. C. Memorizing host security definitions. D. Reviewing a slide deck only. 30. A communication trainer wants to improve reporting accuracy in incident documentation. Which strategy supports this goal? A. Practice exercises writing incident summaries from raw data. B. Reading a completed report. C. Reviewing report templates only. D. Watching a video about documentation.